Hello guys, welcome to my channel TechnicalTrader832, and so I'm just doing a quick live stream, and see what the market conditions are, and could also join the stream so we can cover your favorite coins. I'll just quickly type a message in the chat so the new viewers that join this and be updated. So hopefully, we're gonna have this Fed meeting in a couple of hours, and the market is gonna take a quick, um, you know, shift either to the upside or to the downside. It depends on the new interest rates are gonna be, and also they are gonna be talking about El Salvador, of maybe like, um, telling them not to accept Bitcoin as your store of value or certain things like that, because that's also very concerning um, for some countries. Okay, and I see we do have two viewers joined right now. So if you want to ask about your coin, any coin you want me to cover, kindly post that in the chat, and we can go over your favorite coin. But at the moment, you can see Bitcoin. We have this resistance level, we have this support level. Okay, and then as soon as we break this resistance, Bitcoin, now this all depends, what the Fed is gonna say about the interest rates, because not only that, stock market is also uh, slowly going up at the moment, because a lot of positive hopes are there that something positive will come out from the Fed chairman. And you can see, like, as soon as we get some positive news, we will break this resistance level. Not only that, we will also break this resistance, the red resistance line, which is sitting at right over here. You can see exactly where this resistance is. So this will be getting broken as well if positive news comes out from the Fed. Okay, so we are back in this falling channel, okay, for Bitcoin. And this is what you want to see, okay? Look at this. We broke out of it, came down, found support at this resistance line, and I told you yesterday in my live stream, as soon as you break out, you are gonna find some support on this green line, okay? And this green line support is coming right from here, okay? Even if you take this off really quick and you look at the lower time frames, you can see we have gotten back inside this channel, okay? And you can see as soon as we get some positive news in the market, you will come and hit this resistance level, okay? If we break this resistance level, then that's gonna be pretty amazing, because you can see how long have we been in this downwards channel, okay? Over here, we just dumped down instantly, okay? Literally 2 weeks, okay? But this channel over here, it took a lot of time for us to come down. So you can see that a lot of, you could call it capitulation, or accumulation, whatever you want to call this, that's taking place over here, okay? Because now, since you can see this pullback over here, we had this pullback, but then we had accumulation right over here, okay? But over here, we slowly, steadily came down the steps, okay? So a massive, if we get some good news, a massive pump is possible in this coming week or weeks. Massive pump, okay? Now, that's only if we have positive news that's gonna come out either tonight or maybe in the coming weeks. Okay, and tonight is a very important day, so keep a watch on these the live stream that's gonna be coming up from the Fed office. Okay, So we have Alexis, she has a message. Okay, so I mean with Bitcoin, okay, if you're talking about Bitcoin dead cat bounce, now look at this, okay? This is exactly what you want to see, okay? So we have this, we have this resistance, the yellow line, and we have this support level, okay? So now you can judge by this, okay? I told you that we have this support level, okay? This is the support level. Now you want to see in the daily time frame, okay, we can build a case that we have this resistance line, okay? So if we somehow, this is the left shoulder, okay? This is the head, and if you're talking about dead cat bounce, if we come up here, if we break this level, okay, which is right over here, okay, right over here, okay. So you can see clearly now what's going on with this pattern, okay. I don't think any YouTuber is covering this pattern at the moment because I just figured this pattern out earlier today. So you can see uh, right over here, we have to break this level, okay, and this level is at, if we go over 43,000, then you should be bullish with Bitcoin, okay? The reason I say that, you can see here we have support. As soon as we broke this level, retest, and then we bounce towards the downside, okay? So you could see this pattern as a bearish head and shoulder pattern. And look, I can show you a little bit of a better example, okay? When we have this pattern over here, okay? The bearish head and shoulder pattern. But what happened? We didn't break the neckline and we went towards the upside, okay? Same way over here. We have this left shoulder. This is the head, and potential right shoulder is gonna be made somewhere here. Now, if we break this white line, which is this resistance area over here, then what does that mean? That means you're breaking the left shoulder, you're breaking this resistance, plus you're breaking this resistance line, the yellow line. You come here, take uh, take a support on this, then you can go up from here. Okay, so 43 level is the level that you have to close your candles on. Okay, up till then, uh, there will be a little bit of a recovery. That's why you can see the price going upwards at the moment. Okay, so keep that in mind. I hope, Alexis, that I've answered your questions, because this pattern over here is a bearish pattern at the moment. Okay, even if we go up, but this was a good short position. A lot of people who took these positions, I mean, good luck to you guys, because the price did come to 32,000, the lowest, okay? And then you can see we went up. If we go up, we hit this line, we break this line over here, which sits at, let me just mark it for you, anywhere, wherever it might come, okay? You break this, you close a candle above this, so 43, above 43,000. That's your indication we are in a uptrend again, okay? So keep a watch, because we have created a very similar pattern here, but we broke to the upside, okay? Normally these are bearish patterns. So because it broke this resistance line, we went up, okay? So keep a watch on this, okay? So this is your indication. What if we get a dead cat bounce, then here I'll tell you we will go up and come back down right like that, okay? So that's a dead cat bounce. Okay? Now, which good news do you mean? Well, good news, if the Fed today, you know, have these interest rates sorted out, and then market will take a reaction to that. Okay, so depending on what kind of interest rate they're gonna come and sort out those negative, positives, whatever they wanna If they're going to be higher or lower, depending on that, the market is going to take a reaction. So that's why you saw a big dump in the stock market if you've been following the stock market, and that's why you saw cryptocurrency take a big dump because of stock market was falling. Okay, so I mean they are all correlated amongst each other. So we have to keep a very solid eye with these what's going on in the economy. Okay, so oops. So now coming to MATIC, okay. Now MATIC over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Now this. I told you that MATIC was gonna play in this box. Okay, this purple box, which was 135, 197 in between that. Okay, and you can clearly see, no problem. PH1 slash O, no problem. So now we can see that MATIC is exactly doing that. It came here, took a bounce, now it's trying to go up. If you go in the lower time frames, okay, I gave you a target for MATIC right over here, and you can see it has come very close to the target. It went up. Let's zoom this. Okay, it went up to $1.73, and the target was 177. So it came very close to that target, and you can see now it's trying to come down because a lot of people already, I told you how the whole psychology works. Once it's coming either to the target or a little bit closer to the target, a lot of people who are price target uh, called traders, they just try to cash it out. Okay, so even if you go to the lower time frame right now, you can see this pattern being formed, and it's somewhat like a bearish pattern. Okay, I'll just quickly uh, tell you about this pattern. So yeah, right over here, right over here. Okay? And if it breaks out, it will come down. Okay, at least to, because it is creating a bearish head and shoulder pattern. It come down to 160. Okay, so because you can clearly see this pattern over here being formed. Okay, if it breaks down right now, yeah, it will just come over here because the selling pressure is more than buying. Okay, so that these are in the lower time frame. If you go to the higher time frames, and you can see we have this auto buying and selling support right over here. We don't have any support here, so that's why expect this. Okay, and so we do have four viewers right now, and if you want to ask about your coin, kindly post it in the chat, and I can cover your favorite coin. The whole meaning of this live stream is just I can interact with my subscribers and just quickly can see how quickly the price fell. Okay, right after I told you guys that if it breaks this, the price is coming. Clearly see, it might come and maybe take a bounce, a little bit of a bounce and slowly come. But no, the selling pressure is quite hard now. So the whole point of this live stream is just, if you want to know about your favorite coin, I quickly analyze them and you have a better understanding what's going on with your coins, okay? Now, BTC overall, let's go back to Bitcoin. You see, Bitcoin is also falling because this right over here. But there, so it is above this. Used to be resistance. If it can fall back and get some support, that would be good because Bitcoin has a technical target. Whenever it breaks out, wherever it breaks out from, it has a technical target to this 42,500 to 100 around there. So if it can do that, that would be really good, and we can have hopes. If you see Bitcoin falling to 30,000, Okay, like I have showed you over here. Okay, see, this is a strong support for Bitcoin. Okay, right over here at 34,963. Okay, this is a solid support. Now, if you see Bitcoin fall over here to 29,510, okay, right over here, then where is mana going? I can exactly, not exactly, but somewhat tell you where mana can go. Let's bring up mana token. You can see mana is right over here. And this is your target. If Bitcoin goes to 30K, mana is coming to $1.58. And I've drawn this. If this is your first time joining the stream, then I covered this yesterday as well, because this is the movement mana is actually going in. Okay, look at this. Touch goes up, touches the support, goes up, and it might touch this support again. And you can see recent pullback for mana was at, let's see, take these lines off. The recent pullback was at $1.72. Okay, and recent pullback for Bitcoin was about 33,000. Okay, so now if Bitcoin went to 32,000, you can exactly tell mana came down to $1.73. So if Bitcoin goes to 30K or 29,500, mana is going to come and have some support at this level, $1.58, because this is a very strong support for mana right from here, and we are in the weekly time frame. Okay, so expect this. Now if mana uh, breaks this support trend line which it has created for itself since it was born, okay, since the coin was actually born, so you can see how many touches points at 1, 2, and let's see if it can come and touch here, because right over here it never had that touch. See what I mean? Buyers stepped in and lifted the price up high, and then it came and found support here. So maybe we can have something like a similar situation here, but you never know. If Bitcoin does fall, mana can come and settle down at this support. Hope that answers your question, my friend. And kindly like the video if you have joined the stream. Uh, it surely supports the channel a little bit. And any other coins, guys, you have a request for? I can quickly cover your favorite coins since we are here, so you have a better understanding what your investment is in and where the support and the resistance levels are. No problem, Tojin. That's Bitcoin. Now, this is a very beautiful pattern actually. I actually like what Bitcoin is doing, okay? The reason I say that is because it's actually creating this. I mean, it is a bearish pattern and it's making a lot of bearish patterns, but I like what it's doing because if it finds support over here or over here, then we can have a massive run up again. Okay, so I'm really hopeful that we do have this run because not this chart, but it was a different chart. Let me show you. Maybe it. Let me just take these. Let me take the drawings off. Drawings, and let me show you some chart. This DAR. Can cover DAR, no problem. It's actually setting up. Let's quickly cover DAR first. Yeah, DAR token was a beast when it was over here. But like I told you, if you watched my videos on DAR, uh, that we had this solid support, okay? This was a solid support for DAR, and this was the resistance. I told you that now this scenario, this is exactly what I've been explaining with Bitcoin. So the coin, it went up, came down, created this pattern, okay? As soon as it broke this, you know what the technical target was, okay? Right over there. It broke it, and you can see it's right over there, and it's trying to consolidate over here, okay? And it was also coming in this pattern, okay? Like a falling channel, okay? But it broke towards the downside. The reason it did that was because it didn't have any support over here, okay? And now, if it, because it just shot up to the moon all of a sudden. I don't know why that happened, but there's no support level here, okay? So now, if you take out your Fibonacci's, okay? Take out the Fibonacci. Just see what's going on, okay? You can clearly see the Fibonacci is actually coming out as in support for Darcoin, okay? It came out to the 2 level, 0.66, went a little bit below, and it has actually found some support. I'm sure that the volume has decreased as well. Selling pressure has gone, but also look at this 20 moving average, okay? 20 moving average in the 4 hourly is coming in as a resistance. Look over here. Rejection, 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 okay? So 20, if we get above the 20 moving average, then we will battle the 55 moving average. Then we will battle the 100 moving average, okay? And we will also battle this resistance line, okay? So now DAR token is exactly making same pattern which a lot of coins are making at the moment, okay? You can see there's the whole pattern formation. Look at this, okay? Same pattern formation. Go to the lower time frames and look at this formation it's making. Okay, very similar. It's making lower highs, so we can just do this. It's trying to break it at the moment because Bitcoin has fallen a little bit. It's trying to break it, but it might find some support somewhere. Can build a case that it is doing something like this. Somewhere over here. It has also, let's take this, has found some support here. Okay, so you can see what's going on now. This formation, descending triangle, okay? Usually, I mean ascending triangle. Ascending triangles are bullish patterns and normally they do break to the upside, okay? Now let's see what happens because at the moment it looks like it wants to break to the downside, but I won't confirm this unless you close a 1 hourly candle below this, okay? And you still have some time left in the, uh, you have 48 minutes before a confirmation can happen because we do have this time running over here. You can see that, okay? 48, 29. And if we break to the upside, okay? This is the target. And where are we coming? We're coming exactly right over here. If we break to the downside, I come right over here. And you can also put these timestamps over here so it's easy for you to understand. Right over here, okay? These are the price targets, but it can find support right over here at this Fibonacci level, which is the 2 level, okay? And then slowly maybe come down. Now, it all depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin decides to go up, it's going to go up, okay? It's going to break the resistance. Bitcoin decides to come down because, I mean, DAR is not having any maybe good news with the project. That's why this is happening because it took a solid dump. Okay, it actually dumped more than other coins. So, but it has met the technical target for this bearish head and shoulder, and we don't have any support here. So hopefully this is a good reversal pattern that it's making. So let's see what happens. And in the RSI, we were making bullish divergences. And I saw somewhere it was making. Yeah, so we were making bullish divergence here. That's why we have created this pattern. And in the 1 hourly time frame, you can see we are above the 55 and the 20 moving average. And the 100 moving average is coming in as a resistance. So this is a good sign, but at the moment you can see that we are finding some support at this level and it has wigged down and come back up. Okay, so this is what's happening with DAR, but it is making this bullish pattern at the moment. Okay, so this is good. Just keep an eye on this resistance level, and hopefully it can break this resistance and go to the upside to this level. Okay, this is it for DAR at the moment. Oh yeah, sure. Hey, Christian, thank you for um, subscribing. And let's check your coin. Let's look at Elron before, because George has requested it a little bit earlier. But shortly after that, we will take a look at Avalanche. Okay. So Elron, L-R-O-N-D. This is my first time taking a look at Elron, so let's see what it's doing. It's at 141. Looks pretty solid at the moment. Okay, so what happened with Elron? Okay. So Elron, so what I can see with Elron is this here. Okay, and we got this pattern. Probably like somewhat like this pattern over here, and then it broke out from here. Okay, so let's see if this was the target that it was going to. Okay, yeah, we can see. Let's ignore the wick and just judge it by the candle. Okay, so yeah, so it has gotten to its price target. Okay, you can see right over here, and it went out, came back, retest. So this retest is telling me it was a bearish head and shoulder pattern. Okay, because normally when there is a breakout of the neckline, they come and they retest the neckline. Okay, and rejection is what they get, and then they come all the way down. Okay, so this is your indication. Okay, same way, if you do this, tilt the chart upside down, this becomes a inverse head and shoulder. This is an example I'm trying to portray over here. So this becomes an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So whenever they break out, they come a retest, and then they go to the upside. Okay, so let's flip it back now. So now let's see what's going on in the short term with Elron. Okay, if you go to the lower time frames, just undo this, and we can see that it had this right over here. Okay, we have this. Sometimes, when I just see the candles, I can automatically see the resistance and the support levels, but sometimes it takes me a little bit of analyzing. So we can see over here, show you this a little bit professional. We have this pattern. Okay, you can see we broke to the upside. Okay, we broke this and to the upside. Now we had this technical target ahead, and let's see if it met it. Yeah, so this was the technical target. It was right over here actually. Okay, mark this. Okay, so that was the technical target, but it didn't reach it. It got rejected right over there, because you know that Bitcoin was coming down. If you go in the lower time frames, even lower time frames, okay, you can see that it made this pattern, a double bottom pattern from the top. Look at this. Double bottom from the top, and it broke this neckline. Okay, and it had a technical target to the downside now. You can see exactly it came right over there. It went a little bit below, but then um, the they picked the price back up. A lot of bulls stepped in, probably because look at over here. Okay, we had strong support in this area. This is how they work out. Technical target to the upside. You don't get there because they make reversal patterns, and then they come to the downside. And this is how these candle formations go. And even here you could look. Okay, you had this. As soon as it broke out, you made this ascending triangle. Ascending triangle technical target was to the upside. Okay, and it went a little bit above, but this was an ascending triangle. You can clearly see rejection, 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 lower highs being made, and then breakout happened. Okay, so this was the technical target, but it went a little bit above because of this huge um, inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so at the moment it is coming down, and let's see how low it can go because it has already reached this double bottom technical target. So if it can find support right over here, maybe it will start doing something like consolidation and everything. Depends on Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is going. Okay, so this is it for Elrond, but you have strong support right over here. $1, I mean $134. Okay, you have strong support. I think it will just play in this little box over here. Okay, until or unless it breaks either one of them. Okay, right over here. This is your playground at the moment. Okay, if it breaks this, you know it's coming down. If it breaks this, you know it's going up. Okay, so keep an eye on this. Maybe it's going to make a bigger reversal pattern that I cannot tell you right now. But let's see what happens with you know the whole situation. This is your resistance at the moment. This is your support. Okay. Uh, AVAX. Okay, let's cover X. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Wow, it has a lot of data on this chart. Okay, so I see this as a support, okay, overall support for AVAX, okay, because the reason I say that is because I see 2 points over here that are meeting up, okay, right over here. So AVAX, if it breaks this, let's see, this level, so it has some good support levels. Okay, I'll just mark those support levels. We have some good support right over here. You know something? Let's bring the Fibonacci level. Okay, and let's see if this is gonna show us some levels. So we have some very good support right over here. Right over here, we have good support. A lot of good support levels, but let's take a look at this one. Yeah, I think this is gonna be this. Yeah, you can see the price came very close to it and took a bounce because we had the Fibonacci level support over there. Look, yeah, we had this 1.618 level, okay, at $50.46. So this was a solid support. That's why you saw the price jump towards the upside, okay? Now, I believe if Bitcoin falls to the 30,000 level, then surely things can look like this. Okay, something like this, or if not a dump like that, maybe some consolidation and slowly it might get there. Okay, so look out for this support trend line because this is a very important trend line for you. Okay, and even if we look at the weekly, at the weekly, so this is how AVAX actually goes up and down. You can see that it goes up, consolidation, you have this kind of pattern, okay, and then it broke to the downside, then it came down and hit this support level. You could also bring your EMAs to see it broke the 20 moving average, then came down. This is your bear market, okay, and then it went up above the 20 moving average, then you went to the upside, then you broke this all-time high. Look, you broke this all-time high, okay, right over here, right over here, broke this all-time high, then indication was towards the upside, okay. So now it has broken the all-time high and then it went up, retest over here. Okay, now it broke the 20 moving average. It can actually play in this fashion now. If it's actually on the 55 moving average, so that's a good sign. It's finding some support. And you can also draw this resistance line. Look. So draw this resistance line because it had a hard time breaking it, okay? Same way over here. It had a hard time breaking it, so it fell down. Once you break this resistance, that's your indication upside is coming, okay? Went up, hit it, came down, hit it again. Loss of volume, I believe. Yeah, volume was going down. You can see volume is going down, so it never touched the uh, resistance line. So, and then it fell towards the downside. And you can also see something happening here. Okay, I'll show it to you. It's something like a descending triangle as well. And it had a technical target to the downside for this descending triangle. You can see once it broke out, the technical target was very close to this line, okay? But it never got there because the 1.618 level Fibonacci was right over here. So it took a bounce from there, okay? So this is it never met your technical target. So sometimes it's bad it doesn't meet the technical targets because once it meets them, then you know it has digested that move, okay? So now just wait for it to break this resistance line, and I think this was a good entry point, the $52.66. But if it breaks, Bitcoin breaks the 30,000 level, or 30 comes close to 30,000, very good chances are you're gonna come to $44.19. Okay, and keep a good look at this support trend line that it has created. Okay, if you see a bounce from this support line, then that's your indication you might have a go like this. These kind of goes, okay, whatever happens, kind of go, okay. So this should paint a picture in your head, I should assume, okay, what I'm trying to explain here, okay. Hopefully that answered your question and Alexis, and you got a little bit of a better viewpoint what's going on with Avalanche because you know if we take off the drawings, it's just like let's take a high doll, okay? It just looks like a sperm, you know, you cannot tell what the hell this is, you know? So it's always good to have some drawings in there and see and picture things what's going on, okay? So this is a very good you know, have the drawings on your chart and try to make some sense out of it. So you have your entry points, you have your exit strategy and the whole good stuff, okay? And these moving averages, I just play with these three moving averages, the 20, 55, and the 100 moving average. And sometimes I bring on the 200 as well. And you can see, let me just explain you about the 200, that it is actually facing rejection right now, okay? From the 200, okay? If it can pass it and go above and break all these EMAs, potentially we can go to the upside, okay? But at the moment it's facing some rejection. Even if you go to the lower time frames, you can see it's actually making a very similar kind of pattern like Bitcoin. Sorry, my mic just went off. So yeah, overall, I mean things are looking very similar patterns like Bitcoin. And look at this support level at the moment, right over here, support. Came back, fell back to support, and then we also have was making this kind of pattern, okay? Lower highs, and then it went up, touched this resistance, rejection, coming down, okay? Tried to get back in because it broke this line. So this is how they come up and down, you know, and you can see right over here, we made a double bottom over here, W bottom, okay? It had this technical target to the upside, okay? But I mean, it might come here, maybe get some support at this level, but overall, it has a technical target to the upside in the lower time frames. This is what it is. And you can see in the 4 hourly, uh, like I told you, it has this. As soon as it broke out, it went down. So right now, the W bottom it made here, it has a technical target right over here where it's gonna touch. Okay, but let's see what happens. Maybe um, if it comes back inside, then this pattern has failed, okay? If it comes back inside this pattern, okay? So we do have a lot of viewers today, and it's only 5 viewers, I believe. So if you can kindly hit the like button, that would be great. So we can achieve, I guess, a little bit of more likes with this stream. And if you have a request for your coin, let me know. We can quickly cover your coin and see what the whole scenario is, and we can analyze it really quick. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin is coming down. That's why you see a lot of coins following Bitcoin's footsteps, okay? And now it's okay, Bitcoin can come down right now. I just don't want Bitcoin to break this support, okay? If it breaks this support, then this pattern is invalid, okay? And then the whole scenario of Bitcoin going to this level can be, uh, you know, um, rejected for some time. But if you break this support level, then you're going right over there. Even if Bitcoin just goes in this channel till here, I'm okay with that, okay? But everybody is basically waiting for this Fed interest rates. What's going to happen with the economy? Are we going to survive the inflation that's been rising? You know, everything's getting expensive. A pack of milk, bread, normal things getting super expensive. So they're just waiting on to see what the news is going to be like. So whenever that live stream is going to, come on, then we can have a little bit of a pump or a dump. Either or is going to happen, I believe. And even you're going to see a little bit of a reaction in the stock market. So any other coins you guys want me to cover? Let's see VECHAIN, what VECHAIN is doing till then. Because VECHAIN is, you can see VECHAIN had this technical target, but it never got there because it got rejection right from here at this level. What is this level? This level is 0.56, okay? The reason it I think did that is because VECHAIN had this kind of pattern as well, okay? Like an ascending triangle formation, and it still didn't get there, okay? You can see it's very similar. They were both getting here, and we had this pattern over here that was supposed to get there. You can see they both align perfectly together, okay? No matter where you uh, measure them from. But it didn't get there. It's trying to come back in right now. You can go in the lower time frames and see what's going on. We know that Bitcoin has taken a little bit of a dump because it has that resistance level up there. See, it has created something like this, okay? Even if you go to the lower time frames, we have some support level over there. It made a mini head and everything is a head and shoulder pattern, okay? This is um, one of the most uh, produced patterns in trading, okay? Head and shoulder pattern. You can see we had this target. It came down right over here, but it broke down 15 minutes time frame. And now it's going much more lower, okay? Because it didn't hold this um, support level as well. So hopefully, let's see what happens. But it's okay. It can go further down, but I don't want it to break this support. Okay, if it breaks this support, then it has basically all this time. Whoever took the short trades, good luck to you guys. But the long term, this price target will fail. Okay, if it comes and breaks this support level. Okay, so let's see what happens with the whole market scenario at the moment. So how many viewers we have? We have 4 viewers. So any other coin you guys want me to cover? We can cover your favorite coins since we are live streaming and check your favorite coin. Let's see the whole. Let's cover Gala coin. Oh, you want me to cover MATIC? Okay, let's cover MATIC really quick. Okay, we covered MATIC earlier, but we'll do it again, no problem. We do have some people sitting, so enjoy MATIC. So, with MATIC, I told you guys that we were in this box, stuck in a box kind of situation, okay? Where MATIC is just playing around in this box. So it can come down to 135, then go up to 197. At the moment, it's trying to get to 197, but we did have a little bit of a drop. We were in this kind of pattern. You can clearly see we're in this pattern. You could make this like a inverse head and shoulder pattern. It had a technical target to the upside, but we came very close to it. Came about $1.73, but we never met it. Okay, because the reason that is because you can also see this as a falling wedge. Okay, and you could make that claim if we take this, we just wipe this off. Okay, you can see this as a falling wedge, had a breakout, and the technical target was at the top of the wedge. Okay, so it has met the target, now it's trying to come down. So now where will it come down to? The big question, and I covered this in the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so I mean, it made a double bottom, kind of like a incomplete head and shoulder, bearish head and shoulder pattern, and now it's trying to come down to this level over here, $1.61. Okay, it has come to 163, but let's see what happens, because at the moment, if you just zoom in, you can clearly see it's in a downtrend in a smaller time frame. I don't know if smaller time frames don't really matter that much, because it's just gonna have a very small movement, but this is the resistance. Okay, it breaks this, is going to create a um, different pattern. Whenever you break resistance, you start creating different patterns. Okay, so this is it for MATIC at the moment. Okay, but long term, you are gonna play in this box. At this box over here, $1.35, $1.97. Okay, so keep an eye on this, and let's see what happens, because MATIC is a great project, and overall, you know, uh, overall run for MATIC can be huge, because MATIC creates these kind of patterns. You can look, I've explained you this in my previous videos, these kind of patterns, and then it breaks out. So we just have to wait and see what happens, with this uh, Bitcoin. Where will it settle down? Where the support levels are? How long will that take? So according to that, MATIC is going to settle down as well. Okay, no problem, Mac. I hope that answered your question. Now we do have how many people? 4 people. So quickly ask me about your favorite coin. We cover it. Uh, let's go to sand. I don't know if you guys about sand. Metaverse king at the moment. Okay, where's TY? My first time looking at this coin. I have no idea what this coin does, but let's look at it. Okay. So, okay, so we are making kind of patterns here. We're here, this kind of like a pennant. Then we went up and up. And do we have any support? Okay, we did have this support. And this is actually, it's actually at the support right now. Okay, let's take out your, yeah, this can be the support, because okay, it is sitting at the support actually. Okay, so now you can build a case that this is a very beautiful pattern it's making. Okay, if it breaks this resistance, you can see upside to come. Okay, but it does depend on the market conditions as well, where Bitcoin will go. Okay, if it does, do right over. If it does break up to the upside, okay, then you can see it can go up till 39 cents. Right over there, about 39.41. If it breaks to the downside now, wherever that might be, okay, wherever, let's judge it by the apex, okay? The command, say hello to this low. Exactly, okay? This low is gonna be your next, if it breaks this support line, because at the moment I can see that reason it came back in right over here is because it made a crazy pattern. At this distance, broke out, came back up, and then it had this price target, the downside. It came down. Yeah, you can see it came almost, yeah, almost here, okay? And once it broke out, then it went towards the downside. But this was the price target. But yeah, if it, in the daily time frame, it's looking good actually because it is making lower high structure. Look at this lower high structure. Okay, if it can hold this and make a reversal pattern like this, then you already know it's going towards the upside. Okay, I can show you one really quickly. What happened over here? So at this distance level, okay, look, distance level, and then as soon as it broke, took off to the upside. Okay, because we had so much trading done in this area. I hope you can see that. Okay. And the reason we came down, we made a bearish head and shoulder pattern. And it had a technical target to the downside. Then we came to the downside right over here. Now, if we can make something very similar in this area, okay, because it is at the support level, okay, then chances are this is the rejection area. Okay? This is where you want to break out from, okay, and close either a daily candle would be good, okay, because got rejection right over here. But if you can close, come up, create this kind of pattern, I would say right over here would be okay, because you can create this pattern over here like that, even come down, create something like that, break this, you have a technical target to the upside. Then you can see it's gonna right over here where this white line is. Okay, right over here. Okay. I do not use Elliott wave theory, but yeah, they they do work, but now I like to just go step by step because a lot of people, uh, they, I mean, it's just a theory in the end, okay? But it's nothing guaranteed. But yeah, it does work sometimes. But I try to just stick with these patterns and the the support and resistance. But yeah, I mean, I don't see a Elliott wave over here anywhere, but you look at this, you can see the one wave, two wave, three wave, one, two, three. Maybe next wave is going to be to the upside if you are going with the Elliott wave, okay? But at the moment, it is looking good to me. If it can come up, break this resistance, then you can go to the upside, okay? Hope that answers your question. Do you have any other coin you want me to cover? Let me know. I can do it really quickly since we are on a live stream. Yeah. Do you have any other any coin, Mr. Somkeet? I believe your name sounds Russian to me. can cover a point for you. Yeah, so I was going to sand token, and I hope you got your answers, Mr. George. Was still here. Yes. Yeah, sometimes it's really not because Elliott wave, you really have to be a champion. Let me just put it this way. I mean, and it's theory based. With patterns, what happens when you draw these patterns, it actually. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, Elliott wave. See, a lot of people, you will see on YouTube saying uh, it is a Elliott wave structure being created because it hasn't broken the point A, or point B. But it's really hard in a way to keep up with that pattern, okay? And with patterns like these, like ascending triangle, head and shoulder pattern, these are repetitive patterns. They always come in every chart forms, stocks, cryptocurrency, and you can easily see them once you start practicing them. But with Elliott wave, you have to be, some people don't stick in a stock or coin for long term. They just like to trade maybe these waves. A lot of people want to get into this one. So it's very easy to look at this pattern and see that breakout, then the next wave is going to be here. Exactly like over here. If it breaks this resistance and in the weekly you close a candle above and the market is bullish, you're going right was the upside. You just doubled your money. So with Elliott wave, uh, you are actually going to be in a project, maybe, dollar cost average, because it is going to give you ups and downs within that wave formation. So it's good. Elliott wave is good, but it doesn't work with every project. The pattern system actually, works with most of the, uh, I mean, 90% of the coins or stocks. So I like to do patterns and support resistance. And let's say one day I wanna just invest in dot coin. I will just come and look at these patterns instead of doing an Elliott wave because you can clearly see in Polkadot. I can just do it right now. uh, One wave, two, three, four. Sorry, my mic went off. So this is the fifth wave, okay? Then ABC correction. A, B, wherever the C is, okay? So this point hasn't broken this point, okay? So it's still bullish, but I can also see this as lower high being formed. So this is my indication the market is still bullish. So rather than using Elliott wave, I just do lower high formation because that's the same concept. And then whenever I know it's going to break this low, maybe a larger ABC correction. That's what Elliott wave is. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ABC correction. Okay, I thank you a lot. Yeah, I know, man. My channel, I don't even know why people don't watch me, but I give I'm very straightforward with these analysis. I'm not a hyper. I don't hype on my channel. I just, oh yeah, but yeah. I mean, there are some good YouTubers who with technical analysis, but most of them are just hypers. Like, most of them are like people that, I mean, I don't know. Uh, Let me just not say anything. Okay, so do we have any other? Thank you, George, for those lovely comments. Do we have, if you haven't hit the like button, kindly hit the like button because I have 8 likes up till now. And uh, this is kind of like a hobby, and I actually, you know, uh, learned the whole psychology on my own by seeing these patterns repeat again and again. And there was a time where I really wanted to make some money out of stocks. I wasn't into cryptocurrency, and then I wanted to know this knowledge, So I kept on looking at these patterns, and I was like, okay, this is what this candle is doing. I went very specific with these patterns and stuff. So after a few years, I started seeing patterns. Like it was just like this is matrix right now to some people, okay? But after some time, with trial and error, I started seeing. I became Neo. Let me just put it this way, okay? I became Neo and I saw patterns. Even if you take off the lines right now, okay, I already see the patterns without even drawing the lines. So I can just come and just draw those lines for people who don't understand it at the moment, okay? But once you start, uh, just looking at these charts more often, you start spending time with them more often, you will start seeing patterns automatically. I'll promise you that, okay? It's not rocket science, to be honest. It's just like math, okay? Like every equation is different, but once you get the equation down in your head, you already know how to solve it. Okay? So now, any other coins you guys want me to cover? I see some new viewers joining in and leaving instantly, but it's okay. Let's see what your favorite coin is so we can cover it really quick before I leave, okay? Because we have been, I think, maybe an hour now. And I think we're gonna have the Fed meeting very soon, so kindly go if you want to keep up with the uh, you know the economy, what's gonna happen. You will see a quick effect in the stock market and the cryptocurrency up or down. Okay, you can see weekly it's actually creating this bullish candle. So this is a good weekly candle that Bitcoin is producing at the moment. Let's look at the monthly. Okay, monthly is not looking that bad. You can see Bitcoin. Okay, so with Bitcoin, it makes this pattern. Lengthening cycles theory. Oh, you mean the whole Bitcoin lengthening cycle, where the cycle is lengthening? I think that could be a thing, because um, because the reason I say that is because that's just natural, okay? It's just psychology. Uh, um, that's just market psychology. The for the lengthening of the whole that's human psychology. Let me just put it this way. So a lot of new investors are coming in and they're trying to put their money into cryptocurrencies. Not only investors, big institutions and organizations are coming in. Okay, so now they take out their money, they make some profit. Market manipulation is a part of that. They take out their money, they buy it at the bottom. Countries coming in purchasing Bitcoin like El Salvador. Recently, when it had a dip, they bought, I think Bitcoin at 44,000 or 43, but Bitcoin is way below that at the moment. So now, depending on how much money and how fast or the time frame it takes to come into these cryptocurrencies, so that way the time frame can be a big uh, plus point or a negative point, okay? But I think it is a plus point because you can see right over here. I can show you, okay? Right over here. So from here till here, it took 488 days, okay? This whole before it had this big pump, okay? And let's open a different Bitcoin chart actually. Yeah, this one is in the weekly, and now I can show you the lengthening of the look. Take this. So from here till here, it took about 329 days, and then we went up. Okay, 329 days before we had this huge pump. Okay, and this pump is about delete this, okay, and this pump was about 45,000. Wow, amazing pump right there. And right over about 497 days. Okay, now if you come here, you can see right over here, we can build a case where we have this resistance right over here. And how many days did it take for it to do all this crazy stuff? 1,232 days. So 497, 1,332. Okay, and if we come here, make this our resistance line, just judge this move. How long did this take? 1,000, about 1,100 days. Okay, so you can see it's not actually lengthening. It is going towards about 1,000 days. Okay, but it all depends. Um, it can, it's all market psychology, human psychology, and depends. Okay, because I was waiting for this pump to happen actually. With I waited, I don't know, 4 years to see this. Okay, so I was patiently waiting for this one because I wasn't here. I was right over here. Okay, so it all depends. Okay, but at the moment there is more uh, awareness of cryptocurrencies than before, and things can really change really quickly depending on how countries would like to adopt these kind of currency. Okay, because it is a direct threat to a lot of banking systems. Okay, now why is it a threat? Because obviously people are going to be using cryptocurrencies and not using their currency, right? So who's going to take the beating? A lot of countries, unless or until they adopt some of these currencies. Okay, so it's a whole political issue. That's why you see XRP getting the beating for it at the moment, but they are there to help the banking system. And the commission, doesn't want that to happen. Why? Because it can really affect the dollar. So it's all political. So if countries can accept Bitcoin as a store of value, then the lengthening cycle wouldn't even matter. It's 1,000 days or 700 days if you take the average. Okay, this was 497, 1,100, and this is 1,000. Okay, so about 800 days is the average. I mean, if countries start adopting Bitcoin, then maybe all of a sudden you will see a spike to the upside. Okay, that should answer your question, George. Okay, we have uh, Berglet, Berglet 100. Thank you. I will ask you. Yeah, you had a question for me, so you can ask me now. Okay, I can answer your question. We have all kind of questions in this live stream about coins, market economy, market conditions. Where is the market going? And hit the like button if you haven't already hit the like button. Just one click away, I will get 9 likes. Hey, yep, what it is. That's VThor was actually pumping today at the 1 hourly time. Yeah, the reason it was pumping today because it was making this lower high structure, and it made this kind of pattern. This pattern. And it had a technical target to the upside. Thank you so much, Mr. Somkeet. Look at this. Okay, it exactly met it to the point. Now it's coming back to retest this support line. Okay, if you are invested in this coin, this should be good information. Coming to retest, and let's see what happens. Okay, because it is finding some at this area. And yep, thank you so much. And let's call this the call it a night, guys. And hopefully for next time, we will cover your favorite coins and see how market conditions are. And at the moment, in about few hours or minutes, the Fed meeting is gonna start. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch that stream a little bit, okay? Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day and good luck with your favorite coins, okay? Bye bye.